Hello, 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 everybody. It is a Sunday evening, our first Sunday stream in a while, and that will be our ASMR stream day moving forward. I hope everybody is having such a wonderful evening, a wonderful weekend. Are you able to hear the rain sounds? I can turn them up a little bit. I'll turn things up a little bit. And I'll turn my mic up a little bit as well. Let me know if that's overwhelming. Let me know if I'm hurting your ears. I wouldn't wanna hurt your ears. I don't wanna hurt your ears. How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Yeah, it's been, I don't know, I thought it was gonna get warmer where I was. The snow's been melting a lot. It's been about 40 degrees Fahrenheit for the most part, so I really thought, we were done with the snow thing. I know it's still winter, so yeah, it's gonna snow in the winter, but, global warming and everything. So I really thought, yes, I'm a global warming believer. I really thought, this was the last major snowstorm, and it's been like almost a decade since we've had snowstorms this bad. But yeah, we have a second snowstorm this winter, which is crazy to me. It was predicted to start a couple hours ago. I didn't see it yet, but it might start as we're streaming. But we lucked out tonight. I didn't have to cancel. The power has not gone out yet. Keeping our fingers crossed. I hope I didn't just jinx us for tonight. And this is a last stream, and this stream is a soft launch of this design. So let me know how you feel about my model that I'm using today. If you like it, if it's pretty or not. Yeah. Where's my counter? So, we're gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna take a drink of my water, and then I'm gonna switch microphones, and we'll give you all the tingles. Oh, I also just found out, something, but I'm not sure. Let me double check. Let me see if I can use it. Please stand by. Please stand by. Oh, wrong outfit, wrong outfit. Wrong outfit, wrong outfit. I'm sorry, there's a glitch in the system. Oh, it's not with this hand. I guess not. Okay, never mind. Never mind. With another outfit, if I put a different outfit on, I think I'll be able to use a hand. So let's try that. Hold on. Sorry you had to see that. Oh no, I'm missing. Sorry, I went missing for a second. What do you think about this outfit? I'm in my princess era. Princess mode. Okay, I think I can do it this time. I swear I have a surprise that I thought would work. Yeah. Yay. Okay. There we go, we have a little thing. Isn't that so fun? Isn't that so fun? Okay. Alright, so we have a little thing. And now let's do... Ta-da! Alright. Now we can have some fun. Some fun. Okay, now we can have some fun. stream streak. Welcome back, welcome back. Lucky number 7. Lucky number 7. Oh, coffee cake. If you're able, I know you're a lurker. Use the command, exclamation point loyalty, and then you can stamp your card. And then when it's full, you can pick a trigger. 5 minutes. I just made up that reward on the spot. I just made that up on the spot. But if you want a different prize, you just let me know. You just ask me when it's full, like, hey, what can I get this? And I'll say yes or no. I'll think of more prizes. I'm sorry, I'm really bad at this. Hi, Matt. Yay. Stamp cards. Oh yeah, and it's time to spawn. Hey, Ash making dinner. Oh look, we match. Yours is bigger than mine. No, I don't know why. Okay. Ooh, I love the blue color. Blue is your favorite color? Yum, 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 yum. Oh no, I'm not blue at all. I don't have any blue coloring at all. He hates me. He hates me. Yeah, but you would love me more if I was blue. If I was blue, you would like me better. What do we like this outfit? Do we like this outfit? Yes or no? Is it a yay or a nay? I don't know if it's basic or not. Be real, be honest. Am I basic? Am I being a basic bitch right now? That rhymed. I like you a lot. Blue. Should I have blue hair or blue clothes? I have to change all my colors now. Thank you. You're creating your own girlfriend experience, so I have to change colors for you. Creating your virtual kitsune girlfriend. I'm so sorry. Maybe I should have a city background. It'll be more realistic. Hello. Welcome back. I'm so excited for Sunday, next Sunday. If you haven't heard the announcement, next Sunday, March 1st. Well, yes, I did. Would you like to see her? You're not stupid. Hi, Papa. You're not late. I'm usually late, so you're just on time. I'm early. You're on time. Thank you for hydrating. Yes, I was using it's the same model, so they're both. I'm sorry. That sounded like I'm like. Actually, it's the same model. That's not what I mean. So this is a customizer, and you can do a lot with it. You can make very different looks with the same model. So this one is like more towards my OC, and the one I used last week was more of like my human form. Like as in like, I was just vibing with the idea of like, how close can I make it look like myself in real life? And I got pretty close. Yeah. But, yeah, if you guys prefer that model, I like using that model. I wanted to try. I didn't have a chance to make my OC colors on this model yet, so I wanted to try it. And thank you for the hydrate, and thank you for the ASMR routine. Let me drink some water, and I'll give you your kisses. And don't forget to use your loyalty cards, everybody. For ASMR, if you use your loyalty cards, if you fill it up, wow, your kitsune is so big. If you fill up your loyalty cards, I'll give you a 5-minute redeem ASMR trigger of your choice. So these kisses are for pow 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 pow. Pow 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 pow. Hi, Jay. I think it's way past your bedtime. You need to go to sleep. Naughty little fox. What bedtime? I know you guys are all at least like 4 or 5 hours ahead of me. I know. I don't have anybody in my time zone. Everyone's ahead of me. Except for Ash. He's behind me. But not too far behind. I will say, even though it hasn't snowed a lot yet, I think it just started. It is very drafty by the window. It's so cold today. I've got a big sweater on, and my toes are freezing. for being here. Welcome back. Are you all so excited for next Sunday? Doing a 10-hour stream. I originally was gonna do ASMR at the end of the stream, but I didn't know if that would be fun or not. I second guessed myself. But if I have enough energy, maybe I'll add on an extra hour to do ASMR at the end. But so far the schedule is starting at 12, and we're gonna go through my model index. What does that mean? If some of you follow Iron Mouse, I know a lot of us probably know who Iron Mouse is, but she has a fan-made website that has her model index, so a list of every model she's ever used and when they were used and the context of them. And so I kind of wanted to do the same thing and show off my other ones that I've used in the past and talk about them. I was feeling really nostalgic. I was putting it together. It's a little bittersweet to not use them anymore, but maybe if you guys like them enough, then maybe I can have a routine to switch to them sometimes. Yes, so we'll start early, way earlier than, so like in the app. What time is it for you all right now? We'll be starting 6 hours earlier than right now. 6.5. 7 hours earlier than right now. It's close to 5 p.m. or a.m. 1 a.m. 1 a.m. p.m. Okay, so if it's 5, then it'll probably start for Hitman, it's gonna start at 10 a.m. For copy, I had to do math. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Oh my god. I think 6 a.m. Wait. So. Wait, no, you're forward, not you're forward, not backwards. So, 6 p.m. for you. I'm so stupid. Sorry. Okay. 3 stream. Hey, congratulations. So Hitman, you're at 10 a.m. and Copy, you're at 6 p.m. But if you can't remember, I put it on my schedule on my Twitch page, and it's also in the Discord server. We're gonna have a lot of fun. So we're gonna start with the model index. So far I have 20 pages. I made a little slideshow. No worries, no pressure. It's all for fun. No worries. And then we're going to play... Oh dear. I love that game. If you don't know what that game is, it's you're in a group of up to 6 people. One of you is the hunter and the rest of you are disguised as deer. And so you have to hunt all the deer. But if you don't hunt them all on time, we all turn into demons and we hunt you back. Yeah, of course. No problem. And if you miss it, there will be a lie. So you won't truly miss it. And of course, don't put me above yourself, okay? If you got a lot going on, deal with that stuff first, and I hope everything is okay, and I hope it gets better soon. And then, I love that game. It was on, I think it's still on, it's $10, but it was on sale the other day for $3. It's a really good game. And then, after that, so each segment should be about 2 hours. So the index is 2 hours, and then the next 2 hours is oh dear. And then, we might play other games in between. And then, I'm super excited. We're gonna be doing a Hear Me Out cake. Do you guys know what a Hear Me Out cake is? If you don't know what a Hear Me Out cake is, it's a trend where people like print out pictures and they put it on a stick and they put it on the cake, and that's like, people will be like, hear me out, this person is hot, or hear me out, this is wifey, or hear me out. And it's like supposed to be really silly. It's not like conventionally attractive, I guess. Not conventionally attractive, not like your typical waifus. Something where you're like, okay, hear me out, this makes sense. So I've invited 7 other people to do that with me. So, but if you guys have any hear me outs, definitely send them to me, and I'll if they're appropriate, I'll include them. I'll have a chat section. I'll make a channel for that for you in the Discord server. Yeah, it's fun. I've never done it before, so doing it virtually will be a lot of fun. Doing it with all my silly friends, all my silly internet friends. It'll be fun. Pizza. Are you gonna have an actual cake? I was just gonna send you like a Canva, and then you can upload the pictures on there. Oh, yes. Yes, please. Please tape them and send them directly to me for research purposes. Underwear on optional. Just kidding. I'm not sexually harassing my mods. I would never do that. I do apologize. I'm not trying to quid pro quo. Whose cat is this? Whose cat is at my house? is running very well today. Well-oiled machine. Thank you for the stretch. Oh, that helped the burp come out, apparently. So thank you for that. Excusez-moi. Microphone for a second because I don't want you to hear me shuffling through my drawers. Let's find out. I don't remember. Did I do it right? Is that correct? Is that different from a regular nya or not? It's been a million years since I've done that, so I really don't know. I hope I did that correctly. And it's really unfortunate that I just really can't escape the kitty cat allegations. I swear I'm a kitsune. I don't know why people think I'm a kitty. I would have no clue how that would come to be. You like the pussy? Don't worry, I'll say it for you if you won't say it yourself. We all love pussy here. What's new, pussycat? I apologize if you do not love pussy. That is okay. You're still welcome here. I need to stop talking. I'm sorry. That was a good one. Sometimes I only get little ones, but that was a good one. Yeah. Big I did. I truly. Ow, 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 ow. I feel like that was too loud. I haven't been practicing these. No one redeems these. It's been a million years. Wow. I tried. I did the fox model, thank you. I can also have kitsune tail, but I didn't color it. I think it's just white or black. Hold on, let's see. Would you like to see? Oh, yeah, it's just white right now. Oh, sorry. Sometimes I just disappear into the void when I transform. I don't have a total control of my magic yet, apparently. Oh, now I just have 10 tails. I'm sorry to curse you with this imagery. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Yeah. There you go, kitsune tail. But why don't I guess instead of letting y'all keep seeing me change, let me do this so it's better. What? I have to squat? How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes. Okay. It's time to squat. Oh my god. This guy hates me. This guy hates me for real. So the thing is, I didn't clean my room and there's a big pile of clothes behind my chair. So, pump that booty game. I have to turn off my camera, otherwise it's gonna glitch around. Let's see. Okay. Time for the squat. Oh shit, I just hit my elbow on the desk. 2, 3, 4, it's okay. I'll survive. But know that that was Ash's fault. Because he constantly abuses me every day. Okay, I think I did it. Okay, I also have to pee. So be right back. to see you out. Boogie! A rare Boogie sighting in the chat. How are you? How are you? How are you? Yeah. What time is it for you? I feel like it's past your bedtime. You need to sleep. Oh. Just kidding. Just kidding. Don't even listen to me. Don't even worry about that. What are you up to this morning? Tragically online. You're such a good mod. See, who can I let? Is Glow still online? Minecraft? Hello. Oh, ooh. My whole back and my crack just cracked. Oh my god. Thank you. Welcome. How are you doing? How are you doing? Tomorrow off of work because of a snowstorm, so we get a snow day together. I'm excited, and maybe I'll go sledding tomorrow. I love sledding. Sledding as an adult, top tier. It's a workout for sure, and it's more of an adrenaline rush. I feel more scared. I don't know why, because I'm like, I think we're more fragile when we get older. Like, it takes longer for us to heal if we hurt ourselves. I don't know, logically that makes sense to me. Have any of you been sledding before? Kind of like a bongo. That's wonderful. Sometimes it could be really frustrating for the littles. There's a popular hill near where I live, and I was with my friends. This was maybe like a month ago when the last snowstorm came. But there was a family and their littles, and the kids were really upset that they had to walk up the hill. They were very upset. It's a steep hill. It was tough, and the snow was 2 feet high, so that's them trudging through half their height. Maybe more. That is frustrating. But you're wonderful for taking them. They want to be pulled up. Yes, exactly. And then I saw some parents pulling up their kids and they looked miserable. At one point, one of them broke their leg. You know what? You need to learn how to walk up. You need to put in the... You can't do this to mommy and daddy. They just broke. They just broke. I like this. I like this trigger. It's a little thing at cashews, so I can have a snack with this trigger. salty though. Cashews these days are so salty. Maybe that's part of being an adult too. You just notice that things are sweeter or saltier or something. I don't know. I'm sorry. That one was so aggressive. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That one was nasty. I'm sorry. I'm glad. Snip, snip, snip. Use the exclamation point spawn. Yay! Oh yeah, you're pink. Peach color. Apricot. Yay! If you do exclamation point pizza, you can feed them. Pizza. Lovely. Pizza, pizza, pizza. Pizza, pizza, pizza. I purchased it on the internet. But yeah, so, I use a website stream. I am a cheater, I'm not a programmer, I'm a cheater. Caught cheating. But people make it for Stream Elements. If you don't know what that is, it's just a website, to add widgets. So there's free ones where you can purchase them. And I got this one on Etsy. I do beat things. What do you mean by that? Like beat games? Like beat my meat? What are we doing? What are we doing here? What are we talking about? Snowing? I get some snow soon also. It's nice and fluffy. Vroom. I love the Tamagotchis. I love them. I love them. Do you love them? I love them. Also, this is what happens when you do OnlyFans. Tee-hee. Tee-hee. And I do it again. And then this is the stuff you'll expect to see. Hi. Hello, Sinister. If I had an OnlyFans, this is what I'd be doing. Yeah. Hello, Sinister. How are you? Welcome, 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 welcome. No. That is much too lewd. Too lewd. Too lewd. Ooh. Fans everywhere. Fans only. I used to have an OnlyFans many moons ago. Many moons ago, before I started streaming. Before I became a streamer. Those were the days. Those were not the days. I really don't mean it. I only had a love for fans. I don't know, I made a Fansly account because you can stream, but I don't know if I have time for an extra stream, and there's only so many horny games out there. And there's only so many horny games out there. I don't know what to do. Who is my biggest fan? I'm your biggest fan of all you. I don't think I have any fans. Nobody loves me. I mean, I don't know. But like, the thing is, I would just take the games too seriously. I wouldn't even be like, oh whoa, this is making me hot and bothered. I would be like, I'm gonna beat this game. I'm gonna beat this game. Like, yeah. Cussing is different. is different. It's not about me. Shut up. Not the sunflower titties. Not watching another bee freak the sunflower. It's crazy. Yes, it wasn't a Nintendo game. I know this is ASMR, but maybe I should pull up the clip. I have it. Okay. Let's see. I got you. Yep. Let me put the volume super low. I don't really know how loud it's gonna be. Yep. Okay. So. Nope. How loud is that for y'all? Let me see. Let me double check to make sure I don't blast your ears.
That big tail of yours is far.
Wait.
Hey, can you help me out here?
Ooh, way. Ooh, that big tail of yours is far too tickly. Get that big, long, hairy tail away from me. Do you like that?
Why does she have titties?
There you go. She's all yours.
Oh, wish me luck, fella.
What the heck? Alright, but we're gonna stop that. Because I don't want to be banned. I don't want to get banned. For playing bee porn. She really do be just moaning. Where can I get me an emote like that? So I can't have my twerking emote approved. But Booba is approved? That's wild. That's wild to me. That's wild to me. People be getting away with all these depraved emotes, and I just want to shake my butt. The internet won't let me shake my butt. That's just wild to me. That's just insane. It's not fair. It's not fair. Krusty Krab is unfair. Mr. Krabs is in there. Shake, 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 shake it. this is your 5-minute warning. In 5 minutes, we're going to be switching microphones and continue our book from last week. We'll be reading our book from last week, yes. Another one. Pizza. You can also do glasses. Let's put on some glasses. And you can do some hearts, you know, and cry. Oh my god, it looks like she's crying blood. It's just the tip of her tail color. Orange. Yay, thank you, Vanilla. Oh my god. Sound? I'm guessing. Restroom one more time, and then we're gonna transition to reading our book. So we'll be right back. switch our microphones. Hello. Thank you. One moment. Okay, I'm better situated. Okay, and let's put this fluffy away. Oh, she glitching out. Sorry. Okay. Oh, sorry for the glitch. Sorry for the glitch. It will probably happen again. I thought I had different colored blocks, but I guess I just have... I have red, white, or black. I guess I have blue, but it's like upside down. Like, why is it upside down? Why is it upside down? Okay. So last week we left off on chapter 5. And let me just adjust to myself. Okay. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Vroom. God damn, I fucking hate it here. I hate all the zooms. Okay. Chapter 5. Remnants. The thing about crumbling roads was that some of the crumbled spots had edges, and some of those edges were sharp. The wagon had been built for plenty of wear and tear, but there was only so much it could do against 4 days' worth of jagged concrete. This was how Dex found themselves digging through the wagon's storage cubbies in a panic, trying to find the roll of patch tape that night that might stop the freshwater tank from purging itself through the hole torn by the uncaring road. "You might want to hurry," called Mousecat from outside. "I'm fucking hurrying," Dex yelled, throwing their stuff this way and that. "God's around. Where was the damn tape?" "I mean, it could be worse," Mousecat replied in a chipper tone. "It could have been the greywater tank." You have all the emotes. Dex ignored the robot in favor of their Dex ignored the robot in favor of their rising hackles. They found scissors. No. Soap. No. Worn socks they thought they'd recycled. No. Plant food. No. And then, blessedly, yes, the tape. Sorry, my desk is being, I have no space. Okay. Dex started back to the puddle in the road, which had grown distressingly larger in a mere minute or two. Mosscap was kneeling on the ground beside the ruptured tank, metal hands pressed against the hole, stemming the tide with middling success. Dex ripped off a length of heavy cellulose strip and slid himself into the puddle. A gush of water drenched them both as Mosscap removed its hands from the tank, but Dex quickly got to patching. Mosscap watched Dex work. Might it go faster if I tear while you stick? Dex bristled at the idea of Mosscap's help, but as the water poured steadily over their arms, they saw little choice. Fine, they said, tossing Mosscap the roll. Mosscap pulled out a length of tape, and with immense concentration, tore the strip free. Ha! It said, remembering after a second to actually hand the strip over. Oh, that's quite satisfying, isn't it? It tore another strip, and another, hastening with enthusiasm. I'm so glad you're enjoying this, Dex grumbled. The puddle had soaked through their pants, and they could feel their underwear begin to cling to their skin. But with Mosscap's assistance, the patching went swiftly, and soon the water held fast behind the bandage. What little remained of the water, anyway? Dex looked in despair at the precious liquid creeping even ever farther out the road, impossible to recollect. It's all right, sibling Dex, Mosscap said. How is this all right? Dex asked. Wait, are you okay? They looked with concern at the robot, the metal circuit-filled robot dripping wet beside them. Oh yes, I'm completely waterproof, Mosscap said. Couldn't visit the lake race if I wasn't, could I? Dex could only guess at what that meant, but they were too preoccupied to chase that particular thread. They looked back at the water gauge on the side of the tank. Only about a third of their supply was left, and everything in the gray water tank had already been filtered back. Dex moaned in frustration. They could keep themselves hydrated with the amount, but not much else. How do you refill it? Mosscap asked. Stick a hose in at the village? Ah, yeah. They sat in silence, Dex brooding as Mosscap watched a pine weasel leap from a nearby branch. Well then, Mosscap said brightly. Moving with purpose, it lay down on the soaked asphalt, getting a good look under the wagon. Ah, this is quite simple, it said. What is? Dex asked. Just a moment. Mosscap began fussing with something. Before Dex fully registered what was going on, there was a clank, a rustle, and a thud. What are you... Mosscap stood, hefting the now detached tank over its shoulder with one arm. The water sloshed noisily. There's a creek not far from here, it said. We can fill this, pour it into the gray water system, and you'll be good to go. Wait, Dex said, getting to their feet. Stop. Put that down. Part of them marveled at Mosscap's strength, but that awestruck feeling made them all the time more determined to get the robot to stop. Mosscap put the tank down, looking perplexed. What is it? I can't. Dex ran their hand through their hair. I can't let you do this. Why not? Because I need to do it. Mosscap looked from the half-full water tank to Dex's body. I don't think you can. Dex frowned, rolled up their wet sleeves, and lifted the tank, or at least they went through the motions of lifting, putting every muscle into the effort. The tank, however, stayed put. Dex could only sort of budge the thing that way, that Mosscap had breezily lifted, even with 2 hands. Okay, Dex said, annoyed. If you tell me where the creek is, I can tow it there. How? Mosscap asked. Had Mosscap forgotten the wagon? Dex pointed toward it because obviously the wagon. The robot shook its head. Your ox bike won't get 5 feet through the undergrowth. It angled its head toward the barrel. You can't tow this, and you certainly can't carry it. Let me help. Dex frowned. I can't, Mosscap cocked its head. Why? It feels wrong. You're not supposed to do my work for me. It doesn't feel right. But why? The robot blinked. Oh, because of the factories? Dex looked awkwardly at the ground, ashamed of a past thing never seen. Mosscap crossed its arms. If you had a friend who was taller than you and you couldn't reach something, would you let that friend help? Yes. Yes, but... But... How is this any different? It's different. My friends aren't robots. The robot mulled that over. So you see me as more person than object, even though it's very, very wrong. But you can't see me as a friend, even though I'd like to be? Dex had no idea what to say to that. Mosscap leaned its head back and let out an exasperated sigh. Sibling Dex, has it occurred to you that maybe I want to fix this? That I deeply, keenly want to get you where I'm going, not out of charity nor obligation, but because I'm interested? Mosscap placed its free hand on Dex's shoulder. I appreciate the intent. I really do. But if you don't want to infringe upon my agency, let me have agency. I want to carry the tank. Dex put up their hands. Fine, they said. Fine, carry the tank. I don't need your permission either way. Dex stammered. No, I meant... One of Mosscap's eyes quickly switched off, then on again. A wink. I'm teasing. Mosscap walked off the asphalt and into the undergrowth, heading down the hill. Come on, it'll be a lovely walk. Whoa, wait, Dex said. Mosscap's face wasn't built for annoyance, but it conveyed the feeling all the same. What? A powerful instinct had arisen in Dex. Ash, are you playing Honey Pop Double Date right now? Do you see when I open my games? How do you turn that off? I don't want to spy on you. Oh no, he sees me play my shameful games. Why does Steam let us do that? Why does Steam let us stalk our friends like this? Silly. No, you can... Oh, can? I don't know how to do that. It's okay. I like to see what you're up to. I like to laugh. A powerful instinct had arisen in Dex, a rule shot at full force by an army of parents and teachers and rangers and public service announcements and road signs. There's no trail. Mosscap looked down at where its feet stood in wild dirt. And you, Dex sputtered a bit. Well, maybe you can, but I can't walk off the trail. I shouldn't. The robot stared as though Dex had started speaking a different language. Animals walk through the forest all the time. How do you think trails get made? I don't mean those kinds of trails. I mean... They pointed back to the road that connected the world behind to the hermitage ahead. A trail's a trail, Mosscap said. It's there to make travel easier. And to protect the ecosystem from said travel. Mosscap said, considering this point. Like a barrier, you mean? Exactly like a barrier. Better to cut one path through a place than damage the whole thing. But surely that only applies if you're talking about a place that lots of people regularly pass through. Dex shook their head firmly, in synchrony with the teachers and rangers of their youth. Everybody thinks they're the exception to the rule, and that's exactly where the trouble starts. one person can do a lot of damage. Every living thing causes damage to other sibling decks. You'd all starve otherwise. Have you ever watched a bulk elk mow its way through a bite bull thicket? I can't say that I have. It's a fine lesson in trampoline. Sometimes damage is unavoidable. Often, in fact, I assure you, we've both killed countless tiny things in just the last few steps that we've taken. Moscap looked Dex in the eye. You're not making a habit of this. You're not cutting a new trail, or clearing a growth, or, I don't know, having a party out here. You're taking a walk with me, and once that's done, we'll head back right to the road. I assure you the forest will forget you were here in no time. Besides, I'll guide us. I'll tell you if there's something that shouldn't be stepped on. Now, will you please follow me to the damn creek? Moscap continued down the hill, leaving no room for a rebuttal. Oh, and you might want to pull up your socks. Dex frowned. Why? There are lots of things out here that'd love access to flesh as unprotected as yours, Moscap called as it walked. It's too bad humans don't have fur anymore. It really is helpful in mitigating parasites. But that's good luck for the parasites, though, isn't it? Like you said, they're only acting in their nature. Everything about that statement made Dex question every life decision that had led them to this point. Grumbling, they pulled off their socks, and she could feel the threads strain beneath their heels, then followed Moscap into the woods. For all Dex's protesting about the sanctity of trails, it was only in absence that Dex truly understood what a trail was. They had been on hikes through protected lands before, and had ridden through more untended places than they could count in their years on the T route. Those experiences had been soothing, calming, somewhat meditative. It did not take much brain to make your feet follow a path, and that meant your thoughts had ample room to drift and slow. Walking through the uncut wilderness was another matter entirely. Dex felt something primal awaken in them, a laser-focused state of mind that they hadn't known they'd possessed. There was no room for wandering fancies. All Dex could think of was, watch the route, go left, that looks poisonous, mind that rock, is that safe, soft dirt? Okay, go right, avoid that, careful, careful, careful. With every step, there were dozens of variants, and with each step after, the rules changed yet again. Travel on a trail felt liquid. Travel off of it, Dex was learning, felt sharp as glass. The forest was stunning, however, in the tiny cognitive gaps between loose gravel, watch plants, over, under, careful. Dex registered the undeniable beauty of the place. They were certain they were going to wind up stung or scraped in varied ways before this excursion was done, but once they got the hang of clambering through the underbrush, they started to enjoy themselves. They smiled, feeling that same fizzing rebelliousness that had made them turn back from Hammer Strike. This was kind of fun. Mind the burrows, Moscap said. There have been some productive weasels here. Dex noted the small, regular holes in the ground and treaded carefully around them. Thanks, Dex said. Nobody wants a twisted ankle. Well, that and the apple spiders. Dex froze, missing a step. The what? Apple spiders. They have a mutually beneficial relationship with the weasels. It's marvelous. The weasels provide living space and don't bother them, and the spiders keep larger predators away. How? Oh, they're spectacularly aggressive. Dex moved with the lightest of steps around a burrow hole, its opening covered with moss and detritus that shielded its deeper contents from view. Why are they called apple spiders? Because of their size. Moscap rounded its fingers together to making a sphere. The abdomens alone are about... Got it. Great. Thank you, Dex said. They hurried on tiptoe through the board. They hurried on tiptoe through the burrow patch as though it were made of hot coals. Dex heard the stream before they reached it, marveling at how rapidly the forest changed in proximity to a water source. Deciduous leaves mingled with the formerly homogeneous evergreens. Strange lilies and swamp lanterns outnumbered the ferns and thorny vines. Mosscap used its free arm to hold back the branches of a large bush, giving Dex safe passage to the waterway on the other side. There we are, Mosscap said. Plenty to drink. Dex looked down at the stream. Under any other circumstances, it would have been lovely. Water tumbled over rocks both smooth and multi-hued. Dappled sun caught in the currents like glitter, and the percussive melody of endless aquatic cascades seemed perfectly tuned to put a frazzled mind at ease. But Dex wasn't there to look at the stream. Dex was there to take from the stream, and that fact made them note other details. What the hell, those snowplows are loud. Sorry about that. The weird brown, and that made them... shit. But Dex wasn't here to look at the stream. Dex was here to take from the stream, and that fact made them note other details. The weird brown algae that coated the rocks like fur, the mildewy funk emanating from the spongy soil at the stream's edge, the slimy fish and skimming bugs, and better left nameless leavings traveling under the cavalier-colored leaves floating over. What's the matter? Mosscap asked. Dex pursed their lips. This is going to sound very stupid, they said. I doubt that, said Mosscap. I know where the water comes from, Dex said at last. I know that every drop that comes out of every tap comes from a place like this. I know that the water in the city comes largely from the Mallet River, and the water in Haydale comes from Raptor Ridge, but I've never been to those places. They're just names, concepts. I know that water comes from rivers or streams or whatever, and when it gets processed and cleaned, and then it ends up in my mugs, but I don't think about it. I don't think about a place like this being something that I can use. This doesn't look like a resource to me. It's scenery. It's a pretty picture. It's not for the taking. It certainly doesn't feel safe. Mosscap watched the stream for a moment. Do you think the tank will be alright if we leave it here for a short while? I guess. Why? Mosscap set the tank down with a thunk. If you're up for a bit more of a walk, the robot said, I'd like to show you something. I'm gonna take a brief pause. I'm sorry I'm taking a lot of breaks today. I'm really hungry, and I thought I could make it for another hour, but I need to stop and grab a snack, so I will be right back. I'm back. The decrepit building had been a beverage bottling plant once, though Dex would not have known this if Moscap hadn't explained. All factory-age ruins look the same. Hulking towers of boxes, bolts, and tubes. Brutal, utilitarian, visually at odds with the thriving flora now laying claim to the rusted corpse. But corpse was not an apt word for this sort of building. Because a corpse was a rich resource, a bounty of nutrients ready to be divided and reclaimed. The buildings Dex was most used to fit this description. Decay was a built-in function in the city's towers, crafted from translucent casein and mycelium masonry. Those walls would, in time, begin to decompose, at which point they'd either be repaired by materials grown for the express purpose, or, if the building was no longer in use, be reabsorbed into the landscape that had hosted it for a time. But a factory-age building, a metal building, that was of no benefit to anything beyond the small creatures that enjoyed some temporary shelter in its remains. It would corrode until it collapsed. That was the most it would achieve. Its only legacy was to persist where it did not belong. Dex had seen such ruins many times on their travels. While some had been harvested for recyclable materials and others had been given some new purpose, a few were left in full sight of the highways as a reminder of the world that was. Repeating history that had left living memory was an all-too-human tendency, and none of Panga had been alive during the days of the factories. So, while Dex had seen places like the bottling plant at a distance, they'd never gotten close before. They never stood inside a factory, as they did now. The building was enormous, cavern-like, an endless equation of I-beams and angles. There was no telling what the floor had been once, for the forest had consumed it. There were fiddleheads, mushrooms, tangles of thorns, all growing thickest below the disintegrating holes in the ceiling where the patchy sun poured through. "What do you know about this place?" Dex said in a hush. Moscap stood beside them, gazing up the eerie light. "Almost nothing," it said, "except for what this place was, and that part of me doesn't like it here." Dex turned. "What do you mean?" "I don't know," Moscap shrugged. "It's a remnant I have." Again, the word, and again, no explanation. Again, that word, and again, no explanation before the robot continued blithely along. "I think it's part of why I want to go to the Hermitage with you. I want to understand this feeling before I dive fully into human life. Some part of me is afraid of your world, but I don't know what that means, or if it's worth listening to." "Do you not remember how things were?" Moscap stared at Dex. "Wait, do you? No, you can't think I'm from the factories." Dex stared back. "Don't you?" The robot laughed, and the sound echoing off the walls. "Sibling Dex, of course not. I'm wild-built. We wouldn't be having this conversation if I'd been in operation since the factories. I mean, look at me." It held out its arms as if it was an obvious joke. The joke was not obvious. "Oh goodness, you really don't know. I'm so sorry. It was foolish of me to assume." Moscap gestured at its body with professional deliberateness. "My components are from factory robots, yes, but those individuals broke down long ago. Their bodies were harvested by their peers who reworked their parts and into new individuals, their children, and then when they broke down, their parts were again harvested and refurbished and used to build new individuals. I'm part of the 5th build. See? Look." It lay its middle hand on its stomach. my torso was taken from a small quail nest, and before them, it belonged to blanket ivy, an otter mound, and termites, and before that, it opened a compartment in its chest, switched on a fingertip light, and illuminated the space within. Dex peeked inside. Their eyes widened. There was an official-looking plate bolted in there, worn with time, but kept clean with meticulous care. 643-14G, it read. Property of Westcon Textiles, Inc. Shit, Dex whispered. It felt in that moment like time had compressed, like history was no longer segmented into ages and eras, but here, living now. You can touch it if you like, Moskep said. I'm not going to reach inside your chest. Why not? Because, no. Dex stuck their hands in her pockets. Thank you for the follow. Matthew Programmer. Yeah, Programmer Legends. Okay, since this is an ASMR stream, I get to spell out your name and give you some kisses. So welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Koibito Kitsune, but you may call me Koi. I am your shape-shifting kitsune. Who burps a lot. That was really not on purpose, it snuck up on me. What the hell, 93? What did that say, 93? I think we're at 10 now. And also, since you're new here, hi. Welcome. Welcome. Oh, I need to change that picture. Oh no, the bottom is all messed up. I'll have to fix that. I didn't realize it was mixed up. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Finish this chapter, and if we finish the chapter sooner than 20 minutes, then we'll just go back to our triggers, and then we'll be reading into somebody else. Thank you. So, your body, this 643, was a manufacturing bot. The torso, yes, but see, this is why I didn't realize you didn't realize, because it's so blatant to me. Moskep stuck out its arms. These are from different robots altogether. Pan-Arc 73-319, who composed Morning Fog, who composed Mouse Bones, who composed Sandstone, who composed Wolf and Fawn, who composes me now. Pan-Arc 73-319 did automobile assembly. See? You can tell by the joints. Dex took Moskep's word for that. And you don't have their memories. Not the way that is useful. I have some impressions of them, single images. Feelings I know aren't mine. They're tiny, brief things. They're for an instant and gone just as fast. The meaning clicked. Remnants, Dex said. Precisely. One of those remnants is afraid of places like this. Oh, and one of those remnants is afraid of places like this. Perhaps afraid is a too strong word. Wary, cautious, a little uncomfortable. Dex leaned against a massive rusted vat, taking the weight off their tired feet. How many other robots are you made from? 3 immediate predecessors, but they too were made from others. My, I guess you'd say, family tree is comprised of many wild-built individuals, descended in total from, the robot counted on its fingertips, 16 factory originals. So, if the parts still work after all this time, and you can keep repurposing parts over and over, why take the original parts apart and mix their pieces up after they break down? Why not fix them? Moscap nodded empathetically, signaling a good point made. This was discussed at length at the first gathering, after originals began breaking down. Ultimately, the decision was that would be a less desirable path forward. But that's immortality. How is that less desirable? Because nothing else in the world behaves that way. Everything else breaks down and is made into other things. You are made of molecules that originated in an unmeasurable amount of organisms. You eat dozens of dead things every single day to maintain your form. And when you die, bits of you will be taken in turn by bacteria and beetles and worms, and so it goes. We robots are not natural beings. We know this, but we're still subject to the parent god's laws, just like everything else. How could we continue to be students of the world if we don't emulate its most intrinsic cycle? If the originals had simply fixed themselves, they'd be behaving in opposition to the very thing they desperately sought to understand, the thing we're still trying to understand. Dex put their hands in their pockets. Are you afraid of that? They asked. Of death? Of course, Moscap said. All conscious things are. Why else do snakes bite? Why do birds fly away? But that's part of the lesson too, I think. It's very odd, isn't it? The thing every being fears most is the only thing that's for certain. It's almost cruel to have that so baked in. Yes. Dex nodded, like Wynne's paradox. I don't know what that is. Dex groaned softly, trying to summon a book they had to read in it as an initiate. It's this famous idea that life is fundamentally at odds with itself. The example usually used is the wild dogs in the shrublands. Do you know about this? I know there are wild dogs in the shrublands, but I don't know where you're headed, Moscat said, looking fascinated. Dex shut their eyes, dredging up dusty information. Way back in the day, people killed all the wild dogs in Blue Bank because they wanted to go fishing and hiking and whatever without maybe getting mauled. Right, and that wrecked the ecosystem there. Specifically, the elk wrecked the ecosystem there. They ventured into places they hadn't before, and they ate everything. Shrubs, saplings, everything. Soon there was no ground cover, and the soil was eroding, and it was fucking up waterways, and all sorts of other species were thrown out of whack because of it. A huge mess. But if you think about it from the elk's perspective, this is the greatest thing that ever happened. The whole reason they never went into those fields before is because they were afraid. They lived under constant fear of a wild dog jumping out and eating them alive, or their young at any moment. This is an awful way to live. It must have been such a relief to be free of predators and eat whatever the hell you wanted. But that was the exact opposite of what the ecosystem needed. The ecosystem required the elk to be afraid in order to stay in balance. But elk don't want to be afraid. Fear is miserable, as is pain, as is hunger. Every animal is hardwired to do absolutely anything to stop those feelings as fast as possible. We're all just trying to be comfortable and well-fed and unafraid. It wasn't the elk's fault. The elk just wanted to relax. Dex nodded at the ruined factory. And the people who made places like this were not at fault either, at least not at first. They just wanted to be comfortable. They wanted their children to live past the age of 5. They wanted everything to stop being so fucking hard. Any animal would do the same, and they do, given the chance. Just like the elk. Just like the elk. Moscap nodded slowly. So, the paradox is that the ecosystem as a whole needs its participants to act with restraint in order to avoid a collapse. but the participants themselves have no inbuilt mechanism to encourage such behavior, other than fear. Other than fear, which is a feeling you want to avoid or stop at all costs. The hardwire in Mosscap's head produced a steady hum. Yes, that's a mess, isn't it? Sure is. So, what was done? You mean about the elk? Yes. They reintroduced wild dogs, and everything balanced back out. What about the people who wanted to go hiking and fishing there? They don't, or if they do, they accept the risks, just like the elk do. The robot continued to nod, because the alternative outcome is scarier than the dogs. You're still relying on fear to keep things in check. Pretty much. Dex leaned their head back, getting a good look at the ceiling. There was an eerie beauty to it, grotesque and tragic. The vat behind them echoed softly as they moved their head, and they thought of the water tank sitting unguarded by the stream. Why did you bring me here? I wanted to show you that I understood how you felt about the algae. Dex hated few things as much as feeling lost. I'm not following. The algae in the stream. That's what bothered you, wasn't it? I'm not sure. I guess so. There's a lot of weird gunk in there. I know it won't hurt me. I know it's going to be filtered out, but something... I don't know. Mosscap smiled. Some part of you doesn't like it. Right. The middle smile grew wider. A remnant. An evolutionary remnant trying to keep you from getting sick. Dex scratched the back of their neck. Remnants are powerful things. Hard to ignore. But you have the sense and the tools to avoid getting sick from the water. And I... Mosscap traced a finger along the vat, making flakes of rust fall like snow. I know the world that I'm headed to is not the world the originals walked away from. Dex angled their head towards the door, or towards the robot. So we're smarter than our remnants, is what you're saying. Mosscap gave a slow nod. If we choose to be... It brushed its palm together, wiping them clean. That's what makes us different from elk. They both watched the light for a few moments. The light and the pollen dancing within it. A shadow of a bird sailed by. A delicate spider meticulously lay anchor lines of silk between old control levers. A vine stretched, its movement out of sync with human time. It's pretty here, Dex said. I wouldn't have imagined I'd say that about a place like this, but... Yes, it is, Mosscap said, as if making a decision within itself. It is. Dying things often are. Dex raised an eyebrow. That's a little macabre. Do you think so? Said Mosscap with surprise. I disagree. It absently touched a soft frame growing nearby, petting the fronds like fur. I think there's something beautiful about being lucky enough to witness a thing on its way out. Okay, and that was the end of chapter 6. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Okay, we have about 10 minutes left. In 10 minutes, we are going to read into an ASMR artist. So if anyone has requests, has a suggestion on who we should read into, please let me know. But in the meantime, I'll keep the tingles going until we have to leave. I need to drink water. My motor is no longer running well, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Hi, Hush. Hi, Hush, I hope you're doing well. Hi. I'm doing well. I'm sorry you got us towards the tail end. I will be raiding into somebody else in 5 minutes. Today I cleaned the house. I did 3 loads of laundry. I did clothes, and then I did a couple of rugs, like walkway rugs, and then I did towels, like the bath, like a bath rug, a bath mat, and then I got entrance mat because my cat threw up on it. So I did that. I did the towels, and I did lots of dishes. I posted a few things on Twitter. I ate food. I put gloves on and I deboned my rotisserie chicken. Yeah, it's boring. I hate it, but it's nice to have a clean house. It's nice to have a clean house. It's easier to relax when the house is clean. I have to mentally prepare myself a lot to do it. A lot. We haven't cleaned in a couple weeks because I was transitioning to a new job and there was a lot of stress, so it was tough. But I finally did it. So I cleaned the house, and I did the chicken, and I cleaned out the fridge because there was some old food. So I did that. I took a nap, but only 30 minutes because my neighbor aggressively rang my doorbell. A lot of my neighbors have guests over, but I think their guests don't know their apartment number. And so they always buzz on mine, and this one did not stop. It would not stop. I was like, okay, well, I'll just close my eyes and they'll stop and I can go back to sleep. They did not stop. They would not stop. So, that really bothered me today. But it is what it is. If it happens again, I'll be more aggressive about it. And the thing is, I don't know who it is. Because there's 6 other people in my building, so I don't know. 9 other people in my building, actually, so I really don't know. I really don't know. chicken is good. I love a good Costco rotisserie chicken. Delicious. But if the drums and the wings are gone, like eaten already, my girlfriend she just forgets about the chicken, or like it's just too much of a hassle, so I have to like strip the chicken meat and put it in a container without the bones, so it doesn't go bad. It helps her remember to eat it, because she doesn't like to deal with the bones. Yeah, and it's so funny though, because when we get a raw chicken, she debones those. She debones those just fine. But when we buy a rotisserie chicken, she just doesn't feel like doing it. So I don't know. She's kind of silly. Yeah, I love a good Costco roasted chicken. It's only $6. $6. And you might be saying, Koi, how could a $6 chicken be good for you? It's good. It's good chicken, good protein, really quick, really easy. They roast it there every day. It's not sitting for too long. It is yum. And like each Costco store makes $500,000 every day. So they're willing to take the loss that it costs them to sell the chicken for that cheap, and it's incentive for us to stay. I know their tactics, I know, but I'm still falling for it, and I'm just letting it happen. I need the chicken. Yeah. Oh yeah, they make a lot of money. I mean, think about it. Think about how full the parking lot is all the time, and how many cars. I don't know. I don't know if there's Costco in your area. But yeah. And then they have like $10 pizzas, 18-inch pizzas, a Costco pizza. And it's simple toppings, so you can only get cheese or pepperoni. But $10 for a pizza? 18-inch at least? I think 18. How big is 18? 18 or 20-inch? Okay, I need to Google it before we raid someone. How big Costco pizza? 18-inch, yep. 18-inch is pretty good. It's $9.95 or $2 for an individual slice. And then a hot dog plus a soda or whatever fountain drink, $1.50. 100% beef. Costco sponsor me. Give me a free membership. I'll talk about you all the time. You know how Costco... Not yet, anyway. Not yet. Could... Will there be a Costco opening in Poland? As of early 2026, there are no officially announced plans or confirmed dates for Costco warehouse opening in Poland. While Costco is actively expanding in Europe, particularly through new locations in Spain and Sweden, their current expansion focus does not include Poland. Oh no. Oh no. That's okay. But you know what? Also, your membership. So I have a membership in America. But if I were to travel to Canada or Mexico or Spain or Japan, their food, I can use my membership there. And their food courts are crazy. Hold on. Let's see. Japan's Costco food court menu. So if I took my membership and I went to Japan, they have bulgogi bake. Bulgogi bake. Do you know what bulgogi is? Oh my god, that looks so good. Wow. Bulgogi is marinated beef. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. Wow, that looks good. bulgogi bake is a popular savory pastry item found in Costco food courts, particularly in Japan and formerly in South Korea. Thinly sliced, sweet marinated Korean beef, melted mozzarella cheese, and sometimes green onions wrapped in pizza dough and baked until golden brown. Hokkaido soft serve ice cream. And they have pizza. They have the pizza and the hot dog. Korea Costco food court menu. I hope there will be one. Be 7-Eleven. What do you have? What like fast food or chain places do you have? Ooh, they have Korea has bulgogi pizza. Pizza. Oh my fucking shit, that sounds so good. They have clam chowder? Oh man, I would like some clam chowder. Pork bake, rice cake. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, what does Costco Canada food court? I don't know if it'll be that different from America, but maybe. Oh my god, they have poutine. They have poutine. They have poutine. I can't believe we just have pizza. We just have plain pizza. I know America's America, but I thought we could have something unique, but no, it's just pizza. I mean, they just added salad to the menu, but it's like $8. And then they also have like a chicken. Sorry, snowplow. They have like a chicken bake, and they also added like what the fuck is that? They added another hot pot, a calzone, but it's not very good. But those are like $5 or $6 each, and I'm like, I would rather get my $1 hot dog. I want to try the salad. I was not impressed with the Hot Pocket. What restaurant? I'm talking about Costco. But I would rather have my cheap little pizza. We have Zapka, which translates into frog. Oh, that's cute. Convenience store. And the biggest supermarket is Biedronka, which is ladybug. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, Zapka. Poland. Let me see. Oh, it looks so cute. Wow. What are those hot dog things? What? What? A hot dog, but you hold it like a stick? What is it wrapped in? What is the hot dog wrapped in? Hash. It looks like the hot dog is in a churro, and then they put the ketchup and the mustard like that. Whoa. I wish I could show you guys what I was seeing right now. That's crazy. Snacks. What do they have? They put no vegetables. Ooh, but you have like pre-made lunches in there that look like much better quality than America's, so. Ooh, you have like pasta, Alfredo, and soup and stuff. We have burgers. Wow. Oh, there's like the Powerpuff Girls on your drinks. That's cute. Okay, Haj, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I am going to be raiding out to another streamer. But they will also be doing ASMR, so it'll leave you in good hands. Thank you everybody for coming today. Anybody who followed and our old friends today. I just wanted to remind everybody that next week, next Sunday, 1 week from now, is our 10-hour stream. Our 10-hour stream celebration. Starting at 12 p.m. Eastern. So right now for me it's 9 p.m. So 9 hours before right now is when we will start next week and we'll be streaming for 10 hours, and it's gonna be lots of fun. If you're not in the Discord already, or if you're not following me on Twitter, that's the best place to. Oh my god, my command not working. That's so embarrassing. Anyways, that's the best way to keep updated on the schedule. I will also post the celebration schedule on my page here on Twitch in the next couple of days. So please keep a lookout for that. And I cannot wait to have so much fun with you next week. Right now, we're about to raid Cozy Goober. They look really cute. I'm sorry that. Here, let me get the link. 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 Okay. 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 Now let's raid out. When you go in there, it's scuffed as heck. It's broken. It doesn't make sense. You're gonna be like, "Welcome to the Koibito Coven." What Koibito Coven? This is not the coven any longer. It is what it is. Okay, let's go ahead and. Oh, I'm not allowed to raid this streamer, it says. So now I have to find a new streamer. Shit, I was not ready for this. I was not ready for this to happen, so, that is a big upset. That is a big upset. What do I do? Okay, let's try Violet Spellcraft. Fuji. Hi, Hikiki. Were you lurking this whole time? Were you lurking, or are you late? Were you lurking, and you didn't even say hi one time? Not even one time? Big upset, big upset. Hikiki doesn't love me anymore. You don't even love me anymore. You got the viewer count, thank you. But I miss you. But I miss you. But I miss you. You're gonna make me cry. Do you see these tears? Do you see these tears? You're allowed to talk even though you don't have money. You don't need money to speak. It's okay. It's okay. I appreciate you being here, and I love you, and I wouldn't hold your lack of money against you in any way. So, with that, let's go ahead and raid Violet Spellcraft. They seem really cute. I haven't raided them before, so let's behave and let's have fun and have a wonderful night. And I hope to see you next Sunday for our big stream day. And this Wednesday we'll be playing more games with our friends. Goodbye.